What we've designed will save about half the energy over a typical office building. We also focused on how to create the most productive and healthy work environment for the people in the building.
It's approximately 1 million square feet. Buildings were built in 1996, 1998, and 2003. All 3 buildings were originally LEED EB certified, and then we just recently recertified them last year to LEED EBOM.
The building was built in 1973. It's approximately 900,000 square feet of rentable space. Energy conservation in California is nothing new, and LEED really went beyond that, and that looked at a lot of different things besides energy consumption.
The biggest thing LEED did for us was it taught us to intimately understand how our building functions. We are believed to be the first manufacturing facility in Michigan, so it's kind of exciting.
We have 27 buildings. 4 of those are LEED certified buildings, and the LEED buildings perform much better than the ones that are non-LEED. We've been recording data for 63 months, and what we found is that there's a substantial financial savings that goes along with it, which saves jobs for teachers.
This is a 160,000 square foot facility on 4 floors. The facility uses a fantastic amount of energy, even being LEED certified, because of the types of things that we do in our facility. And so really optimizing the performance of our buildings to keep our operating costs as low as possible allows us to put that money back into the community through people.
The majority of our buildings are LEED certified. They are all green buildings. We don't build anything else. We track all of our buildings. The buildings we build for others and the buildings we keep. If we weren't dramatically lowering our energy costs, it was going to be a tough sell to sell a green building.
It's keeping score. Internationally, we manage 2 billion square feet of property. The whole matter of trying to determine what the outcomes are of the work that you've done is extremely important to our clients.
If people have information, they're in a better position to make decisions. Managing a company and never getting an operating statement for you to compare against your budget to see how you're doing.
What we're trying to do with the Building Performance Partnership is take the promise and the potential in every LEED building and make sure that those buildings are delivering on what they said they were going to try to do.
We're currently in our first phase of data collection. We're focusing that on energy and water monthly data, which we are using to create reports back to those buildings who were able to give us 9 months or more of energy and or water data this year.
We like to say that you can't manage what you can't measure, so we take all that information, put it into Energy Star Portfolio Manager.
It shows us if there's any anomalies, if there's anything that has been left on, if we have any leaking valves. We have to pay attention to the basics. We have to make sure that the existing equipment is up and operating the way that it was designed to operate.
It makes sense because you save money and you save your tenants money because they pay a portion of your operating expenses. It makes you more competitive. It's a win completely.
If you don't look at your data, you don't really understand what your building's doing. I assumed we were doing good things and we were okay, but until you really dig into it a little bit deeper, just making yourself look at that every week, every month. We've saved 27% in our energy overall usage through this process.
When I enter the data for October of 2010, I want to make sure that our electric consumption is lower than what it was in October of 2009. And I don't care if it's by 10 kilowatts, but our goal is every year that we've done something, we've tweaked something, so we're using a little bit less.
LEED is about changing the world. If we're just changing the world by achieving credits and not knowing whether it's making a difference, then it doesn't matter. Building Performance Partnership is about helping carry that through and know that it's working. The key to all of these projects is not how good a building can an architectural engineering ownership team do, but it's what does it look like a couple of years out.
Most buildings are actually built better than they are performing. I mean, almost anybody who focuses on it could generally say that you can make almost any building better.
BPP creates a feedback loop, and we're taking that information and we are plowing it back into the rating system development cycle to make sure that we're capitalizing on the information that exists.
Building Performance Partnership is really a mechanism for us to start to make connections from design all the way to human behavior.
It's really just a nice performance metric, nice performance tool so that you can know where you are in the marketplace.
We've had a lot of people who take it to heart to try to do the right thing for the environment, for our people, for the company. That's a way of life now. You know, it's part of our culture, so we're going to continue that.
It's great to have the altruistic view, you know, that you want to save the planet. And we do. But just as importantly to us, we have a financial responsibility. And that's, you know, that's a big driving force for us.
Real building performance, every time you see it, it's because there are people in the building that care, and there were designers that care, and the owner cares. This is about making the connections all the way through, from design to the person that turns the lights on and off.